Joseph, you using medium downforce?
Yes, sir. Medium endurance.
Oh, okay. I use it sprint. It's really unforgiving if you hit that curb right before you go up the hill.
Alrighty, good evening, race fans, and welcome to another round of the Race for Jesus I'm Saved series. I'm Law Dog, and I'll be bringing you all the action tonight from beautiful Monterey, California, right here at the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna, SECA. This legendary circuit is 2.2 miles of pure challenge with 11 technical turns, over 180 feet of elevation change, and of course the world-famous corkscrew. It's a track that punishes mistakes and rewards patience, and over the next 45 minutes we're going to see who can tame it best. Drivers will need to balance raw pace with strategy. Tire wear, fuel mileage, and traffic management are all part of the story tonight. And with common trouble spots like the Andretti hairpin, turn 6, and the corkscrew, we're guaranteed for some heart-stopping moments. The field is currently qualifying, and as we sit here and wait for our first contenders to take their lap times, we'll go ahead and see the verse of the day, Hebrews 12:1. Therefore we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. I want to thank Michael Baker for putting that out there for us every day in our chat. And this is week 4 of the series. RFJ Motorsports. You can go to www.racingforjesus.com. You can also look us up on Discord. You can chat in the YouTube channel if you would like, and we can get somebody in touch with you if you want to join the group. And with that, we're going to go ahead and track these lap times. So it looks like Glenn has just came back on the track. It looks like he might have went off during qualifying there. It'll be 15 minutes of qualifying. We're going to go ahead and run the whole timeout so that way we give people a chance to join. Looks like Joseph Martin got a 124 with one off-track incident with a highest speed of 143. I got Joseph is running a number 5. The 96. This is Kevin Merck running. He ran a 126. No off-track incidents so far. And at the bottom of your screen, you can see the qual times Also with the sectors in green means they're hitting their marks. They're doing better than their previous marks. I believe pink may be a fastest record in that mark, or they hold the fastest time for that sector. You'll be paying attention to some of this tonight. I'll be putting up some portions of sectors as he goes through the corkscrew there, the number 11. Looks like Eric Bergdorf ran a 124. 2 off-track incidents as well. Looks like our top speed tonight is going to be mostly the 140s. So he's going into pit there. Let's see if we can. I believe this is Glenn Papp, number 23. Yes, it is. And you see in bottom left of your screen, he's green for green on all his sectors. So be curious to see. He's got a 124 on the board right now. Or if that was set during practice, I believe. I don't see him up on a leaderboard yet, but we may see him here shortly. He had a 126. Seems like he knows how to get through his marks, though. So he had all green across the board here. Ooh, I wonder if that might have been a little bit of an off track there. Quite a bounce going over that turn. And see him popping back up there. We got James Polson is running. What's he got on the board? He's got a 124 on the board as well. We're at 6 minutes of qualifying. I believe most everybody is. We usually run an average of 10 to 15 drivers. What was that second time? So a little bit faster there. He got 2 seconds faster. It's showing 125, but he did make a 2-second interval. And he's going for a little rip. And with that, we're going to test out our replay cam for tonight to make sure that it is functioning. So let's see how this works out. Glenn coming in for the slide. Little fancy end of qual here. And then when we go back to live, we should get a nice little graphic if it worked correctly. And we did not. So maybe we'll see it in the race, maybe we won't. Maybe it doesn't show during qualifying. There we go. Looks like all racers are done at this point. See if we can't see some drivers here as we wait for the qualifying times to round up. And there we are. So we still have James Polson's running. Trying to see if we can't get to that. Part's a little tricky during qualifying. Sometimes the replay camera does not play well. And that is why the replay camera kicked it over to Scenic. And we should be back here. There we go. Okay, so number 8 of Troy Banks. Let's see, that's the number 13 we're watching there, David Piazza. Oh, got a little too outside there. We may see a little bit of that this evening. And went to the pits, so let's see. The number 90 of Mick Leake driving now. We got Seth Bassam. Bassam. Still running on the track. It looks like he had a 1:23 as a best time, which would put him in the top. We got Mick and Troy are on track. Mick in the number 90, Troy the number 8. And after qualifying, we'll get a look at our drivers here. See if we can see the driving input. Can't see it too well. It was the number 90 of Mick Leake. He finishes up with a 1:26. I think we may have picked up another driver.
Okay. Welcome everybody again to our Sunday night GT3 Save series here at Racing for Jesus. We have a good group of guys here. We're going to have a fun night. We have a 45-minute race coming up. Damage is on. Unlimited fast repairs, so stay in it if you launch it off the corkscrew or hit the wall anywhere. And let's see. Next week, we are at the Long Beach Street Circuit with these cars. Should be fun. Should be interesting. And let's have a good night.
Thank you.
And the race is being broadcast on YouTube by one of our newer members, Kyle. He did a great job last week. That was real fun to watch. So let's put on a good show for the YouTube fans.
All right, need you see that to get to introduce
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
We got our weather is set. Track temp is 104. And let's look at, we got
See, Joseph, I didn't see you speaking.
83% humidity.
Who? You.
You said you didn't see me this weekend?
I didn't see you come in to the session.
Ah, okay. Yeah, like around 7:40, I think I did.
We do have
I was focused way too hard.
1 minute 30 left on qualifying. It looks like we have Troy
Yeah.
Banks still on.
You and Glenn were talking about his computer issues.
Gotcha. That sounds more probably right than it would be practice.
Glenn's got some issues, but I'm not sure it's all down to his computer. Software damage.
I keep saying it's not behind the wheel.
sitting here watching Troy run around. He's very good.
I hope you have a better pit crew this week, Joseph.
All right, so as we...
Yeah, me too. I hope I just stay on the track. This one's kind of difficult for me to not overdrive and go off course.
Troy, congrats on the win last week. Sorry we didn't get to you at the interviews after the race.
Yeah, Troy Banks was one of our winners last week.
So we will be stopping for fuel.
Yes, 50% fuel, so you will need to stop. We usually don't take tires, but that's up to you.
Right.
How much does it add to the pit stop?
So let's try and get. We got Joseph.
It's significant. I don't know
Martin
the exact time, but it does make a difference.
On the pole. Driving
Hey,
number
thank you.
5. And let's see if we can get a look at our drivers' personal inputs. So we got Joseph A. Martin starting in first place on the pole. We got 13 drivers total tonight. Driving the number 5, Racing for Jesus.
And I'm in
Mustang.
trouble back here with Nick.
Followed up by James Polson from Anderson, South Carolina.
Always confidence boosting when your crew just says you're going to struggle.
Driving the number 5. Looks like that would be a... I think he's driving a Porsche there, yeah.
Is there a way that all teams is always not muted when you start? I always forget
Troy
to unmute
Banks
it, and I miss
running
like half the
the-
conversation.
Number 8 in third.
That happens to me sometimes. I used to, by
The winner
default, and I never changed anything. It was always
of last
on.
week?
And then I think I did updates or something at some point, and then it was off. I don't
This
know what
will be a driver
the
to
setting
watch
is.
this week.
As far as I know, there isn't one to change it to be off all the time, or to be on all the time. You have to go in and do it.
Eric Berthoff.
Sometimes
In the
people
88?
start talking over others, and I'm like, it's when those people they don't have their receiver on.
And he is from Charlotte, Michigan,
I
driving
think all
a Corvette.
teams overrides drivers. I don't understand how that works, but if like I'm on all teams right now, so if Joe started to talk, I would talk over the top of him, cover him up.
So we got Kevin
I think
Merck
I'm going to have a problem.
from Jefferson, Massachusetts,
I'm not going to be able to refuel.
driving a Ford GT.
My mouth is not working. It's not going over where I can tell it to refuel.
Got Harold Hamilton in a 454. This is another driver to watch. He seems to get around
It
the pack.
only goes on half my screen right now for some reason.
When you exit the
And
car,
McLaren
and see
there.
what you can do to fix it then.
Glenn Papp from Bridgeport, Connecticut, driving our Lamborghini, the 23 Race for Jesus scheme.
But he can't fuel at that
It's
point,
another
right?
consistent driver as we get a little bit of
Right.
rocks
I
up
can't
on
get
the
over
track,
where I can
getting
tell it
rocks
to
cleared off the
refuel.
track there.
And look,
Get it?
9th
Get out
place
before you
is
get
Nick
into your
Leake,
pit, but in pit lane.
driving another Lamborghini, number 90. Running that blue and white scheme there. Good looking car. And Hollywood Holland from Loveland, Colorado. As we go green, Hollywood
So I'm
will
not
be
sure
in
what the pace
12th.
was there.
And we have David Piazza. I'm not sure where he was at in the lineup, but we will catch up with him here as we go. I don't see a track gap on him right now. So Joseph Martin takes the front here, and we are going to get our driver details switched out. Right.
Sorry, Mick, I was trying to
Let's get a look
not
at these
push into
sectors.
Seth.
In the middle of your screen here, you're going to see sector information.
I kind of figured.
And it looks like Troy has already got himself in a position to work on being at the front of the pack here. Let's take a look at these speeds right now. We got sectors. You'll see the comparison between the positions. So as you see, Pap is in 9th, Leak is in 10th. You're going to see their comparison as we start to complete the first lap here. With most times a lot slower than what they were in qualifying. We were seeing 123s, and they did just start, so let's see how they do here. They've got full speed going. We should see some 24s, 23s this lap. It was 2.2 miles, 11 turns. The elevation changes 180 feet as we see a little contact going in a turn there. What just happened right there? Let's check that out. Let's see if we can just get a crash cam going on this. I think they got bumped together.
Yeah, just hold your brakes next time, please.
Yeah, we had some
Was that you?
little touch.
Yeah. I had clear lane in the out to the right, and I don't know if that was you that rolled back into me, but
So Glenn got, looks like Glenn might have got it right into the back of him there. Let's try and get a different angle on that. And let's see here as Glenn comes in.
Yeah, I was right on Seth, and then I
And
think
we
he
had
got the
some
curve or
bump.
something like that, and ended up slowed down. And that's when I got into him.
And we got sideways there, so a little contact. Let's get back to the action here. See, Glenn is back on track. They'll put him down to 10th. See, Joseph Martin and Troy are running a .3 on their gap within each other, running 141 top speeds. Let's go ahead and take a look at these speeds as we go into these turns. And we're going to go up to our blimp for the race, the WeatherTech blimp. Let's go up and get a look from the sky here.
Why'd you disconnect, though? We had damage off, right?
And we might have a yellow. We got James Polson. What's going on with James
Damage
here?
is on.
Looks like he's all right. Still running third.
But there are fast repairs.
You see, as they take these turns here, we're going to see some, as we get into what are going across the finish line here. Somebody coming out of pit lane. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a shot on that. Not sure who that was. You see, as Joseph is still fighting off Troy in these turns here. I mean, the .3 going through the different
Daniel.
gaps here. Good, exciting, and let's see where the action is. Daniel Murphy riding in that Corvette in the 7th place position. He is running right behind Kevin Merck. Good looking yellow Corvette. Pop back up to the front of the action here as these two are just running synchronized with each other. It's really cool to see. Really following as we got Kevin Merck with a yellow flash there. Let's see. Don't believe we have any crashes, but let's just get a check on the cam here and see if we got anything. And I think the only crash that we have right now, yeah, oh no, it looks like we might have had something happening earlier. Looks like Hollywood Holland, maybe. Let's get a look at this. Let's go from the blimp here. No, that was the earlier crash, actually. It looks like Hollywood. Yeah, he got caught up. I did not know that. So now we got a little bit more information on that incident back then. Because we're 6 minutes into this 45-minute session. You know, it's important to emphasize clean starts, especially in turn 2, the Andretti hairpin, you know, wide. Dive bombs are common right here as they come in through that. It was really clean. Let's see if we can try and get some more shots of people going through there. So
Nick, what happened?
we got some chatter.
Surprised it took this long.
There's a little off track there.
Tried that turn in both second and third, and it doesn't like either.
And you got to watch tire temp.
First report.
Pressure building up. The cold tires, easy mistakes, especially in the first laps. And then the traffic management early on.
I find if you do every turn different every lap, makes things interesting.
Yeah, but dropping it down a gear right on the apex doesn't help.
And as you look up in your top left of the screen, you'll see the off-track incidents. We got a yellow flag that'll pop up on names. That may be a spin out. We're going to test this out and see if we can't catch an incident on camera.
Perfect example.
So our incident counter will show us different off-track incidents. Doesn't look like we have any right there. You see people hang it wide as we watch some of these replays here. Let's take a look again at our sectors.
That's why once a week with this series is enough. Too much disappointment.
And I think what you're seeing is you're having a little difficulty tonight as people navigate the corkscrews. And as they get into that final corner. So, the Laguna SECA was originally built in 1957. It hosted the kart and the IMSA and the MotoGP. And common in accident zones, you got the Andretti hairpin, you know, dive bombs. People dive bomb through there and get into contact with each other. You're going to notice, depending on how well the stream shows, the gravel on track right now has gotten atrocious. It's all over the place, especially coming out of some of these turns. You got the turn 8 corkscrew, you get spins and pile-ups through there, and then the final corner, it's a slow hairpin. It's easy for bump and runs. We will see some pit strategy, probably around the 25 to 30 minute mark. Tire wear at Laguna is moderate. Fronts, they work hard in turn 2, turn 11. The braking zone's there. Some drivers gamble. No tire change, or they just go for fuel. We got a little off track right there from that. Who is that? The Napa. Who's driving that Napa? Number 12. This is Matthew Lesniewski. But like I was saying, the tire wear at Laguna is moderate. The front's got to work hard. You see the elevation change. Undercut possibly. They pit early, fresh tires equals, you know, like a big lap time gain. They originally remodeled the corkscrew. The corkscrew was modeled after the world's scariest left-right. Drivers can't really see the entry until they've already committed to it. And especially when you're doing that corkscrew in lap traffic, that's where you really start to see where somebody can be running really good and then they get in that corkscrew and they commit. And the next thing you know, they're right into the rear of another individual.
No, it's well.
So it looks like we might have had some action back there. As Joseph and Troy are still just, they're running. Synchronized racing right here, as Troy looked like he was about to try to get in on him on the inside turn. let's go through the pack here, take a look at some of our drivers. Eric Burdoff's running in third. It's a really salute to veterans paint scheme till I die. Salute to all our veterans. We got quite a few veterans that run in the series. We're running a lap 9 already. You're gonna start seeing drivers. Some drivers might start overdriving, getting a little complacent. You see the gravel is slowly. It's getting a little build-up on the track. It might cause some. Right there.
Oh, Seth.
Dragging the back tire.
Same thing I did, Harold.
Let's go down to Seth here. Let's see what. Looks like Matthew has came into the pits. Just trying to see if we can find. Seth is missing a front end here. So it looks like he might have had an accident. I don't think that's still from earlier. Maybe if we check out incidents. There we go. So we can see something happened with Seth Bassam here. Let's see what happened. Looks like he might have got himself a little squirrely. He's already missing the front end to begin with. And just took that turn. How fast is he going? Can we see how fast he's going? Can't see how fast he's going, but just definitely got. That's that overdriving. We were just talking about that. You know, going into that final. I believe that was turn 11 right there. Taking it too much, overdriving it, and into a little slick reverse action there. Let's see. As it looks like, I believe that's Glenn Papp that swings past him there. Is that still on track? He's running 9th. Still running 126.
Heads up, Joe. I got wheel damage.
As Glenn radios in, and he's got wheel damage here.
Thank you.
Let's see where he's at. I believe.
You've got wheel damage as opposed to what? Make-believe damage?
Haha.
No, I really got damage.
Let's see if.
Don't forget
Did he
to
go into pits?
And I don't really think I have a wheel.
So not in the pits here. Let's see if we can get in on Glenn Papp here and see what happened.
I feel really bad now. Mick's going to pass me.
Saying he has wheel damage. Oh. A little bit of a spin out there. It looks like he might have a broken rear wheel. He is definitely dragging a wheel right now as he tries to get into the pits here. And let's see as we get a good look at that back right wheel is very, very damaged at the moment as he comes down pit lane here. Let's check out our leaders. Is Joseph and Troy still running? They're a little bit more of a gap, but it looks like Troy's trying to take those shots on the inside. And I just want to take a second to point out that Glory to God sticker on the side of Joseph's car. That is slick. That is a really neat looking placement there for the graphics. As we come up on our 15-minute marker, you know, we're going to start focusing here on battles, especially between Joseph Martin and Troy here.
Oh my goodness, almost crashed.
Check out there. Everybody's on the same pit strategy right now. We haven't really had too many people come in and out of pits. If we look at time deltas, it's just the gaps between drivers. Look at our battle boxes here. So obviously we're watching the first and second place Joseph Martin. This would be the third and fourth names down. Joseph Martin and Troy Banks.
Oh no, it's getting dark.
They're
Kevin,
running.
what did you do?
They're running close. We got an 8th and 9th. Mick and Seth. They're running against each other right now. A little bit bigger of a gap.
Like that. I guess we'll find out.
We got 3rd and 4th. Eric and James. Eric Burdoff and James Polson. They're running their battle right now.
I'm not allowed out to play at night.
And as you start to see now, we're coming up on the lap traffic. This is where we could have incidents. As Troy's starting to try to push out there. Entering the turns a little faster. We
I
got
keep
Glenn.
breaking things off my car.
Glenn's in the pits at the moment. Should be coming out. We have fast repairs on for this race.
Use my crew chief just said a 3-stopper going.
On your
So
left.
watch this lap traffic here as long as the number 11 of Seth can keep it straight as they get past. I wonder if Troy's going to try and push through this corkscrew. He's been pushing in the last couple turns. Almost like he's hanging back, waiting. Gets a run up on him. Gets into the turn a little quicker than Joseph, but it seems like the exit
That's cool. Seth is driving around with no nose.
doesn't quite work out for him.
That's awesome.
So in the last 5 minutes here, we're starting to notice some grips are falling off. Mistakes are starting to multiply a little bit. Try and get a look at some of our other drivers here. We didn't get a chance to interview Troy last week. He was our winner, and we might be able to get him into the broadcasting booth tonight. We'll see here. But we definitely want to give him his due shout out. Good driver. Definitely is a very patient driver. As you see him, he's getting him through the corkscrew again. He's just staying right on his tail. That trail braking is just tiring. It's got to be. Oh, Joseph. I thought he was going to make a mistake there, but it looks like he had full control. Trying to really get in and block. All right. Let's take Seth's back there running with no nose, but still at it. Good shout out to him with the Shell V-Power number 11. Coming in behind him is Hollywood Holland with CHI-RHO Racing. With that Moza scheme. The 00. And we're going to do some track facts while we're watching Hollywood here. So, again, like we said earlier, Laguna first opened in 1957 after the Pebble Beach Road races were deemed too dangerous. And even with the race now, you see all the pebbles coming up onto the track. The corkscrew has a 59-foot drop. It's like dropping off a 5-story building in under 2 seconds for these guys. And as I put up the dashboard here, you can see down your bottom right, Holland's doing 90 miles an hour. I believe he's getting ready to come up to the corkscrew here shortly. And let's just take a look. Let's see what they go through. Yeah, it's coming up a hill here. As the elevation goes up, 125. Dropping it down. Oh, and as he goes off. He goes off track.
I wasn't paying attention to where it was.
Lost control there. He's usually running about 80, 90 mile an hour into that 59-foot drop.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
Yeah, it's going to be stupid.
Let's see if we can get some roll bar here.
It's okay. I got to drive through for lack of talent.
And he just it's that blind turn as we were talking about earlier. Is he hadn't committed to it yet, and it forced
You're
him
still ahead of me.
forward.
Not for long.
So not good for Hollywood there as he goes into the corkscrew. But as we were just talking about it,
That's why they call it an endurance race.
it's a 59-foot drop. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get up to one of our other drivers here. And let's get on. Let's see, looks like Seth Bassam is coming into the pits there. Let's get a look at Kevin here. Running at 96. So a track named Laguna SECA means dry lagoon in Spanish. It was literally built on the bed of a dry lake. IndyCar left Laguna in 2004, but returned in 2019 as its season finale. And those are just a couple of our track facts. I'd like to keep it interesting. Well, let's watch Kevin here. I think he's about to go into the corkscrew. So 50. So we see where the mistakes were made with Hollywood. He came into that turn doing 90. I think he was at 93 before I first paused it to go to the replay. Kevin was in the 50s to 60s. So you get a little complacent and you forget to get on that brake. It can be devastating. Alright, let's check out. See where Seth. So what happens here is when we switch through drivers, if someone is in pits, it pulls our camera angle to scenic. So I apologize for that little glitch. Mick here, number 90. See if we can get him going through the corkscrew here. Try to get a shot at every driver. Once he gets to the corkscrew here, you hear that downshift. 23 minutes, we're about the halfway mark here. With fuel saving, some drivers might short shift, might coast into braking zones to extend their stints.
You're still ahead of me, Mike.
And I'm moving.
Mick comes up on Seth Bassam here. A little bit of lap traffic. Got two other drivers running behind them as well. They're going to be coming up the hill here. And they're getting into them pebbles because a lot of them pebbles have been kicked up onto the track now.
All right, guys, have a good night. I'm done.
Someone's struggling
See
here.
you, Mike.
Hey,
About
Mike.
60 through there that time. That wasn't bad. Ooh, and then
See you, Mike.
Seth that lost it again there. I think what we're seeing is due to the incidents, we are getting debris on the track. Looks like we did lose a driver there. Let's get back up to our leaders here. Joseph has been holding strong, but Troy just holding behind him. Best lap is a 121. That's Troy. Troy Banks holds the best lap right now at a 121.939. So that's pretty neat. Check our temp out. The temperature has dropped drastically here. It's 79 degrees. So a little bit lower than what we started out with. We're going to start paying close attention to this pit strategy as we get closer here. James Polson's back there. Chasing after, looks like Daniel Murphy in number 2. Daniel Murphy's pit lane, actually, so that's not Daniel Murphy. Let's change up this visual here so we can get a better look here. Back up Joseph. See all that debris on the track there? Let's see if we got any pit strategy yet. I don't see anybody that's really put in. We're running lap 20. Nobody. You see in the bottom right, yellow, they're still out on the track. They have not pitted yet. You'll see a different color when they pit. We'll be able to see what their strategy might have been. It really seems like this is a momentum battle here. They build runs. It seems like they're building runs out of turn 4 and turn 6 to set up the move into turn 7. And they're gonna start having some mental fatigue though as we get into the 30-minute marker. It requires laser focus. Single slip up, it ends in gravel. Glenn running 10th back there. It looks like Kevin has our fastest lap of the race so far. James Polson running number 2 Chick-fil-A. Got to get that chicken. Really gonna see. Ooh, you see a good shot there as he had to commit. It's almost like the car lifts. Trying to be careful as you're coming in and out of it. Don't want to get into gravel. I don't know if it's shown up on the stream, but it almost looks like he has neon lights with purple flicker. It's kind of interesting.
I thought there was a pit limiter on this.
There is. Did you set the button?
Looks like Daniel Murphy has entered the pits.
You go into garage and settings. You can also set it for automatic.
So we got one driver in the pits.
I did it on the way in.
We are at the 30-minute mark, so yeah.
And then I spun out and I got damaged, so I come in and it didn't work that time.
Maybe you broke it in the wreck?
And we got Joseph coming in.
Don't you give up.
You know.
So as that strategy takes place, Troy's
Don't
gonna
you give up.
I will. Limit through it.
Troy decided to stay out.
You know me.
So this will be an interesting turn of events here. We're on Harold and
Best limiter of all is your right foot.
I believe that's number 11 behind him, Seth Bassam. Yes. Jim Murphy is now out of the pits here. Running a number 87, Mobile 1. So we get a look at positions right now. We got 3 individuals. We got Berdoff, Hamilton, and Murphy have now pitted. I do want to make my way up to the leader here.
I didn't want to take the,
Trying to get everybody
but
in.
I couldn't get it to click off. Click off the
Let's get
tires,
back up.
so I got the
Oh.
tires.
What happened there? I think that was Harold
Now you've got
Hamilton.
to waste a couple of laps warming them up.
Is he
That's
still
the absolute worst play.
off track at the moment? Some vehicle issues here. Trying to get it on the action here as they get around. It looks like he might have got off track a bit here. Ooh. It looks like we had somebody off track as we went by right there. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know if we're going to be able to. So it was Seth Bassam. So having a little bit of a rough night. It happens. See if we can see what happened here. We don't want to stay on a replay too long as our leader is probably going to be coming into pit. It looks like he might have just... Oh yeah, he got way too sideways there. Okay. Yeah. Just got 2 over the line there. So we got Troy still up front here. Looks like Joseph was able to get out of the pits and not lose any position. He's running 30 behind him, so this has got to be a fast pit stop as we take a look at this. No mistakes. Let's watch as we're going to be going back and forth between these two here as we go. We got James Polson there. Joseph is closing in. We're at 31 gap.
Sorry about that.
Troy's in the pits here. Still looks like he's gonna pull away with a good 30. As the gap, you see the gap is now starting to close very quickly here. He's got to get out of the pits. We got a 6-second gap, 5-second, 4-second, 3. Where we have 4 as he comes around the turn. And as we see, Joseph is going to be closing in around that turn. As Troy has exited and is on track with a 4-second gap on Joseph Martin. Amazing
Another
pit
race
stop.
lost in pits.
As you hear the frustration, is the realization is just came up to par here. It's got a 4-second gap. Oh, and Joseph almost lost it right there.
Sorry, Joe, that was close.
Oh, let's get a look at that. It looks like Glenn had gotten off the track there a little bit, and wow, what a close call. Wow. Alright, let's get back to this. That gave Joseph, even with that, we got a 1 second added to his time while avoiding that wreck. It's really going to come down in the next 10 minutes. Troy's getting through lap traffic. You know, we got to ask ourselves, is anything going to slow him down? Just trying to get that every second here in the last 10 minutes. He's gonna be counting on him. Little mistake. As Troy's getting up in the lap traffic here. This is where we're going to see the time difference start. Looks like Harold Hamilton might have had a little bit of mishap back there. I don't see anything popping up on the tracker for the race. But this is definitely going to slow him down. So as he comes into this turn here. Looks like that might be Harold Hamilton and Kevin Merck, possibly, 96. He's taking his time with it. He's already down 2 seconds now. If you remember, Joseph was 6 seconds. Then it went to 5. Now we're at 4. So we're going to go ahead and get our sectors up here. Because I got a feeling as we see him trying to get through this traffic, we might see this race get a little closer. But however, we got to keep in mind that Joseph's got to get through the same traffic. So if he's getting through traffic like he did just a little bit ago when the 23 got a little sideways, you know, he might have a better shot. It's definitely going to come down to some risks. And with that, we're going to go through some of our drivers here and check on everybody. Eric in the 088. And he's running against, looks like Polson.
I'll stay to the right in the corner, Joseph.
Copy, thank you.
And you can hear the fatigue. You know, we're at 37 minutes. James chasing him down. Looks like he's quite a bit behind him. 1.755. Kevin here, what's he running against? Hamilton. Battling Hamilton, 5th and 6th positions. You see the sectors down at the bottom of your screen. They go into sector 3 here. Troy still got the fastest lap of the race with a 121.939. Harold comes back there in the 454 Jack Daniels, trying to chase after 5th position. I also want to point out Seth Bassam in the number 11. He's had a rough night. Quite a bit of incidents, but he's carried the fastest lap on the track. I mean, almost 40 minutes now, and nobody's hit a 145 anywhere on the track. Except him. Mick back there with the 7th and 8th position battle. Daniel Murphy and Mick here. Daniel being a lap behind Mick. And currently, I believe we only have 4 cars on the lead lap. Hear that downshift, and you saw the brakes get real red there. A lot of brake. Daniel Murphy here. And then Seth and the number 11. 2 lap difference between the 2 vehicles, however. Running 8th and 9th position. Might just had a position change here between Glenn and Seth Bassam. As they go into the corkscrew, Glenn is now taking the 9th position. Seth bringing up the 10th position. Looks like a yellow flag was being thrown on Seth. I'm not sure what for. It didn't look like he was getting off track or anything. It looks like Glenn is going to settle into that 9th position as he can pull away from Seth Bassam in number 11 now. Sectors are quite a bit faster. As you see, his Seth got a little off track there. Let's see, who else do we have on track? I don't believe Hollywood is on track any longer. I don't have a camera on him available. I don't think I have a camera on Matthew any longer. So those drivers may have went into pit lane and finished their night. This is a difficult track. It says they're out, yes. So we have 3 drivers out currently. So let's get back up to the leader here. Joseph's closed that gap from the 4-second margin to 3 now. However, 3 minutes left in the race. It looks like Troy's probably going to have this. But, as we've said multiple times now, things can change. Come down to 43 minutes, 2 minutes left, 3-second margin between Joseph and Troy. It looks like this is going to be a back-to-back. I don't want to get anybody hyped up, but try and get Troy interviewed tonight. If he does end up taking this away, as he's got to stay focused for this last minute here, as we're at the 44-minute mark. See the top left of your screen and the countdown is 44. And it looks like Troy is going to be taking it home tonight. I do want to apologize. I don't think I ever put the track map up for you guys tonight. So as we see the number 1 here. I think we're a white flag now. He's got a nice lead with 2-second margin. Joseph did close that down as they got towards the end. Pretty impressive here. As Troy starts to take his time here, he wanted to take that corkscrew soft. It's 33 laps, and we got a yellow on Joseph. I don't know if something might have happened. It doesn't look like the time is changing too much. I don't want to get off of Troy here as he's getting ready to come into the final turn. As you see Joseph in the background there. Joseph really got hungry at the end there. The 1.9 is what I saw on the gap. But we have Troy Banks with a back-to-back win. Congratulations. As we got Joseph Martin in 2nd place. And it looks like we have Eric Burdoff coming up in 3rd. Gonna round that up.
Good race, fellas.
We got James Polson in 4th, Kevin
Good
Merck
race,
in
everybody.
5th.
Good win, Troy.
Harold Hamilton in
Couldn't
6th.
quite catch you, Kevin.
Mick Leake in 7th. Glenn Papp got himself up to 8th, actually.
Yeah, I saw you coming.
Seth Bassman in 9th.
I went off while you were in the pits. I went off at the
Our
first
out
gear,
drivers.
and I got turned around, and I just couldn't get it back.
Got Daniel Murphy, Hollywood Holland, Matthew Lesniewski, and
Seth,
David
I thought we were going to have a
Piazza.
race to the line.
Congratulations on all the drivers. Going to see real quick if we can
Yeah, I'm
get a
backed off
mic
'cause
on the
I
winner.
I don't want any part of that race.
What's the name of the stream on YouTube?
I don't remember, but I did post it on the RFJ Facebook page, and it is posted in the Discord.
Hey, can somebody send me an invite to the Discord? It's Troy D. Banks.
You want to hang on there, Troy? We could do Kyle streaming on the other side.
Yeah, I hang out. I think the session's going to close in 4 minutes like it did last week.
Yep. Okay. Give me a second, and we'll start with you first. All right. So this is going to talk to tonight's winner, Troy Banks, who took the race in a hotly contested battle with Joseph Martin. And Troy, take us through that final run. What was going through your mind in those closing laps?
In the closing laps, I was just trying to stay on the track. I knew Joseph was having a hard push coming up behind me. He made up a lot of time. In the beginning of the race, I just wanted to stay close, you know.
And what do you think was the win to get in the race to get the win tonight? What was the key? Pit strategy or patience or pace?
Mostly pit strategy. I mean, I did a lot of lift and coast to try to, save a little fuel so I can go like an extra lap or two.
And Laguna SECA is known for the mistakes made in that corkscrew. So how did you handle that section all race long?
Man, I drive this track all the time so I can make sure I make the corkscrew.
This series is more than just racing. It's part of being part of the Racing for Jesus community. Just wondering what that means to you, being a part of this league.
It's a good league. I mean, I stepped away from it for a little bit because some other leagues had I had got an invite, to race with some more guys. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be hanging out here with you guys, for the long haul.
Well, it's great to have you here with us. We appreciate your competition that you bring and raising the bar and providing competition for our top-tier drivers. And just wonder if there's anybody that you'd like to thank or for tonight's race.
I would like to thank you guys, my fellow racers, and whoever, got this league going. I mean, it seems like a good group of guys. Great racing from Joseph. He was making me sweat there.
All right, so go ahead.
All right, well, thanks again, Troy. Congrats on another win. You won last week. We never had a chance to talk to you. Joseph, we got about a minute left. Got anything you'd like to say about tonight's race?
Yeah, congrats to the winner there. That was a hard-fought battle, and that was another tough one to lose in the pits. I think I probably had to get more fuel, and I didn't. This is the second time ever coming here for me, and I don't think I really knew how quick I could get into the pits, so I lost it there.
Well, congratulations on a hard-fought second. I know you would rather have had the win on this night, but second place, Troy's great competition, good driver, so to be as close as you were, congrats on that second place position there.
Appreciate that. That was a good run.
Okay, so we're done down here on pit road, and we're going to
All right, and it looks like we might have lost a little bit of audio there, but thank you for tuning in tonight. And thank you, Glenn Papp, for doing the interview questions there to make sure we can get all of our drivers interviewed. And I hope to see you next Sunday. Thank you, everybody.